Welcome back to Game One. Now we switch focus and look at what's happening, well, I guess on the continent and right at the tip of the continent. Let's start off with, well, the big news coming out of the weekend, last weekend. So much expectation from a South African point of view. 3 sides with a chance to get into the finals of the CAF competitions. Just Sundowns making it through. Well, congratulations, I think we should say nonetheless, to Pirates as well as Stellenbosch.
Yeah, Caesar, thank you very much. But so disappointing. But yes, at least as a country, we do have a representative in the Champions League. And sorry to Pirates, sorry to Stellenbosch. But the sorry that goes to Pirates, it's something which I'm not definitely sure about it. I don't know what happened, because for me, when I was there playing this Champions League, it was the same scenario as this one where they bow out of the semi-final. Where if we scored a goal away from home, it was the defense duty to make sure that they shut everything down. So from 1-0, we need to defend. To 1-1, we still have the advantage. Yeah. We go to 2-1, we extend the advantage. It goes to 2-2, we still have the advantage. Now we bring these people back. I mean, really, it was so disappointing for Pirates defense to let that slip.
Heartbreaking indeed. Now, let's look at what's been happening in the PSL. Starting off with Kaizer Chiefs against Gallants. Kulmengale came last week. Chiefs, they got off to the perfect start by leader 1-0. And the Gallants, man. They still have a lot to say about this game.
But what do you expect from these Chiefs players?
Were you surprised Kulepek for the changes the move?
Hey, man. There is a lot of things happening in this team. I'm confused. As in like ex-player, maybe being one of those players at Kaizer Chiefs, I would be asking myself, what is it that I'm playing for a big club like Chiefs when things are like that? I mean, I spoke about last week when we said Chiefs are gonna be cheaper. Then I said, no, I'm standing on the fence. It's gonna be a draw, and it happened. And now I thought maybe because players wanna play in the game later on today, then they would wanna put more effort, just to be in the starting lineup. Now they lose to Marumo Gallants, and then they're playing a derby. They're giving a coach a headache. It's gonna be a big tussle this afternoon.
It's not just about the loss and the pressure for today's game. It's also the pressure you're going to top 8 as well. Now there's even more pressure, especially if about to leave without them French.
I say since I was born and understanding that there was a club called Kaizer Chiefs. I'm 69, I think Chiefs is 70. I'm 1 year older than Chiefs.
Football age, yeah?
Football age. Sure. That's my real age. That's my real age. No football age. Sure. I think on that, I've never heard a club like Kaizer Chiefs fighting for a place in the top 8. Yeah. This is only happening now. So you ask yourself, what's happened? What has changed? Or the wheels have come off? I don't know. But this is what you call a clamor team, clamor boys. Are they clamor boys? I don't think so. Something needs to be done in that house.
Big news coming out of the Limpopo province. SuperSport United 1-1 in the Polokwane City. An important point for SuperSport United considering now that 15th position by Luela and the Cape Town City to avoid it.
Another story again that we spoke about last week. You're talking about 2 teams that will only be fighting for top 8. Now they're fighting there to avoid going to the Motsepe Championship. Wow, that's so bad for these big 2 clubs.
Today is a big day. The Chiefs, the Pirates, again, the pressure on Chiefs, but also pressure on Pirates. Good Bazo responded, Jani, after Badliwe Cairo last week. Yeah,
it's going to be on both sides, but I think Pirates would come with more anger today. But, for me, maybe to talk about the whole game as this person, almost 29 years now, telling the viewers, 29 years, I want to see somebody getting a hat trick just to relieve me of this problem that I'm having for 29 years.
You're carrying a burden on your shoulders.
Legs of thunder, the last player to score a hat trick in a derby. Yeah. I hope these players need to produce that so that we've got something exciting to talk about because problems are there in football of late.
Cape Town City has problems. They're home to Mamelodi Sundowns. A qualifier for a Champions League final, by the way.
I can say more woos for Cape Town City. I don't think they'll win anything against Sundowns. Sundowns to win.
Chippa United away to SuperSport United?
cheaper to win away at SuperSport.
Then there's another important game. Golden Arrows, they're still trying to get into the top 8 themselves. They're at home, but they're still in Boshu. Of course, now they want to do away with the pain of not getting into the CAF Confederations Cup final.
Yes, especially Umangoba, after losing to Amazulu in a derby, he would want to do better, but I don't think he will get it right again. I think this one I can always stand on the fence again and say, I'll go for a draw.
So, lots to look forward to, including the big derby a little later on this afternoon, and we've heard from Jerry in as far as his thoughts on that game. Pressure on both these sides, and well, let's have a look at what's going on locally in the South African game. Jerry steps aside, Shane steps back, and we talk German football on the other side of this.